throw that kickstand down, pop a cold one, and sit back and relax. It's time for the John and Heather Show, featuring John and Heather Toto, Florida's favorite biker couple, documenting the biker lifestyle and bringing you the latest in events and interviews from the biker world. And now, here's John and Heather.
Hey, it's the
John and
Heather Show coming to you, and hey, wait a minute, that's right, you over there hiding behind that couch, I can see you live from
our production studio, riding with this fine bunch back here, born to ride, and baby, let them know.
Oh, I shall tell you, baby, because it is Taco Tuesday, or affectionately known as, you know what, baby, Tata Tuesday.
That is correct.
That is right.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Ta-ta. You know him. Ta-ta Tuesday, baby. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Tuesday evening? We are fine. We are fine as wine and happy to be here to dine. But I ain't got no food. Okay. Damn it.
All right. Well, we had an interesting week. We just came back from JenningsGP racetrack. I went ahead and I raced with the Ducati Club that was out there, and the Ducati Club has a really good select members, just a lot of fun people. And what we do is we go down to Jennings, and that is a MotoGP track that's on like the Florida-Georgia border, right off of 75. And we go and we have a great time racing. We have professional instruction. We had PJ Jacobson down there, probably one of the fastest guys in the world. We had professional instruction from Fabrizio, and we had a Ducati Club there. Everybody in there is good racers. Blake, our good friend, was there, who's going to be bringing you some news.
That is our new sports correspondent, our MotoGP correspondent.
Right. And he'll be on the show in a little while. He's going to be talking about some of the major sporting events in the motorcycle racing world. And I also have a little bit of videos, some track time that I put together. And there's another video that's out right now that if you go and see it, it's on YouTube, right?
Yes,
sir.
Yeah,
we have it on YouTube.
And don't forget to tell them about our special guest when you're done.
All right, why don't you tell them?
We got some wonderful special guests this evening. Some beautiful ladies just for you.
That's right.
Two, not one, but two beautiful ladies. Pinup beautiful women. They are pinup women that do some rockabilly pinup stuff for you, and we're gonna have them on. We have Pepper Sharpe and Miss Melina on, and they will be with you. I'd say in about half an hour.
Yeah, what they are, they're the rockabilly type girls, the tattoos and the red hair and the poodle skirts and the hot rods and all that kind of stuff. And they're pinup models, and they're going to be on the show here in a little bit. And they're just real interesting girls, real interesting, conversations with them and everything else. And, we also have some track footage.
Yeah, we got the track footage, and we have our commercials from our sponsors. Let's go ahead and
play some commercials from our sponsors.
We've got Bikers Hangout. And you know what? If you know, you know. But if you don't know,
get the app,
get your phone. And let's go to Bikers Hangout right now, because you don't know what you're missing, because guess who's on the radio?
We are on Mondays and Fridays at 1 and 4 o'clock in the
Spotify.
Spotify is on there. Bikers Hangout app radio. You can go ahead and get that on there.
Bikers Hangout.
We play music. It's a little bit different than the show. We play music.
And you will love my choice of music, baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do we play? Sublime we did this week. We did some Sublime, and what do we play? Smoke 2 joints and Santeria.
I smoke 2 joints.
Before I smoke 2 joints, then I smoke 2 joints at night. I love that song.
Or there's Santeria.
I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball.
Yeah, you love my voice, don't you?
Anyway,
he's a good singer. We had a good time. And we'd love for you to join us, because Bikers Hangout, not only do they support us, which we are great on the radio, they are a fantastic worldwide hub out of England. Worldwide, guys. Worldwide. Full of all the biker information that you need to know. Everything that has to do about motorcycles, trikes, sports bikes, motorcycles, Harleys, vintage bikes, anything and everything that has to do with motorcycles. You can find it on Bikers Hangout.
right.
Please look him up and join. It's absolutely free to you.
That's right. So let's go ahead and play the ad.
That's right. Thank you so much.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Hold on to your underwear. Something strange is going to happen.
Are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then we shall begin.
I thought she could forget you with the years that rolled on through. She still dreams about you and I know what I must do. I rose and drove the pickup south and got myself a gun. I reached the city limits with the yellow Texas sun. I sat and drank the Batho with your face burned in my mind. I tell myself I hate you, but my weakness makes me blind.
Revved up and ready to bring you the best in rock music and biker culture. Join us for a ride on the wild side.
Hey, calling all bikers, join the fun. At Bikers Hangout, we're second to none. Zoom down to bikershangout.co.uk. Where riders unite, come join the fray. Clubs and races, we got it all. Interactive radio, ready to enthrall. From bike sales, man, to social meets. Navigate with Wolfpack and hit the streets. Events and rides and thrills galore. Business services, we have so much more. Hey, Bikers Hangout is the place to be. Rev your engines, ride wild and free. Yeah. And remember, man, don't smoke and ride, man.
Don't smoke and ride, man.
You heard him, man. Definitely do not. But you heard Bikers Info, Bikers Hangout. They are some wonderful hubs, but this is Bikers Hangout in England. They are a worldwide hub, and they are so beneficial to you. Look them up. They have all the information that you definitely need. Definitely great. So we've got some track footage to show you from John's track day, which he had on Monday, yesterday. On Monday. And it was great. We had a good time. So we're just going to show you some raw footage off his GoPro 360.
No, it's off the Hero 11.
The Hero 11?
Off the Hero 11.
Okay. Well, I also have from the GoPro too.
That's all the same footage.
Okay. Well, we all have it on here. It is raw footage, and this is from yesterday. Okay? Let's watch. When I get it going.
Yeah, no joke.
For some reason, it's not wanting to work.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it is.
Okay, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
There we go.
Now let's try it. Yep, there we go.
All right, guys, there you go. That was some of John's footage from yesterday at track day at Jennings.
That's right. At the track day at Jennings. I had a good day racing out there. You can hear us talking in the background also while we're doing that.
But you know what?
Oh, well. So anyway, we had a good time over there at the track. It was great. I mean, I had a good day. Our friend Buddy Blake was there. I can see him sitting in the green room right now getting ready to talk. Also, I mean, it's so much fun going there because every time I wind up going to Jennings, it just seems like I get better and I learn more and I have more fun when I'm there because this is something that not a lot of people can do. And it's pretty cool knowing that you're one of those people that actually can do this. I mean, I'm not nowhere near as good as these other guys, but I have fun doing it.
No, but you know what else? You definitely take the title for the oldest, my love.
I think so. I think I'm one of the oldest.
Give me here, baby.
I think I was one of the guys that was there. But, you know, I still had a good time. I'll tell you right now, I'm sore as hell today, though. I really am sore.
We got to work the legs out.
Yeah, I think I got to do a little bit of
all
training.
in the positioning, just like Blake was telling you. That's what we got to work on.
Oh, yeah, it's the body positioning, moving my shoulders so the head follows around.
Not to worry about time, speed, nothing else other than that.
Body position and the lines of the track is one of the best things you could do. Is just train on getting your body position, lines, and the speed will come with it.
And it's so nice that you have them there
and
that they're able to tell you what you're doing, what you need to work on, and that everybody there at the track, it's like, everybody helps each other. Yeah. It's nice. It's like
camaraderie.
It really is. Everybody helps each other out. It's not cutthroat. It's not like that at all.
It's not like we're racing for money and for a purse and everything else. No. We only really had one professional racer that was there with us, PJ Jacobson.
And he helps everybody.
He's so nice. He goes around and says, "Hey, John, I was following you, and I noticed that you need to lean a little bit more to the left. I saw you come a little low on the corner. You need to go mid-track a little bit more so you get the angle right going out."
And it works out perfectly.
And it works out just 100% perfect.
I'm happy, very happy. So anyways, let's bring on our new correspondent, Blake.
All right, he's right here. He's in the green room. Blake, if you're okay, give me a thumbs up. All right.
All right. We're bringing Blake back. Blake was with us last week, and he's come back because we couldn't scare him off. How you doing, Blake?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We're doing fine, man. I was just telling everybody how much of a good time that I had at the track, and you saw my footage. You know, I was doing a lot better than when I first came there because I was apprehensive about being the old guy on the track, and but I learned how to do it, and I just had so much fun.
No, your lines are very good.
Well, I've been having fun with you coming aboard. So tell us a little bit. We're going to watch a video about the Isle of Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Tell them about the Isle of Man, what that is.
Yeah, so basically the Isle of Man TT is a road race that takes place at the Isle of Man, which is in the Irish Strait between Ireland and Great Britain. Basically, they are part of Great Britain, but they govern themselves. Mm-hmm. So they don't have the rules that Great Britain does for all the road rules and stuff. So this is honestly the most deadly race in the world. Average 4 deaths a year.
Wow.
And they keep doing it. It's part of their culture. It's 36 miles all throughout the town and the city over mountains. They're topping out super bikes, top gear, 6 gear, 220 miles an hour.
Damn.
I mean, it is probably one of the most spectacular races in history for sure.
It's basically you get the bragging rights if you win something like this. If you have
the
baddest racer in the world.
Yep.
Do they get to ride the course before they start?
So there's 3 weeks actually. So it takes place over 3 weeks. You have a week of practice. You have pretty much a week of qualifying, and then you have 5 or 6 days of races. So you have 5 or 4 different classes. You have super bike, which is basically a 1,000 cc bike that you can do whatever you want to. Super stock, which is that same 1,000 cc bike, just you can't change like the chassis, change certain things. So that's the closest to like the road bikes. And then you have Super Sport, which is 600cc Super Sports. And then you have, now they have a Twins Cup, like a Twins, so like 70 horsepower bikes. And then they have the sidecars, which are incredible.
I've never even seen the sidecar. They do the
I didn't
side.
know they did sidecars.
Those are some crazy people.
They're nuts. The guys on the, especially the dude that's in the sidecar, they just throw their body around like it's nothing.
Yeah,
I saw one where this guy's hanging out, his head's like this high off the track. He's hanging completely out of the side like this to control the weight.
Not to mention, those are some narrow little streets.
And like Roman towns and stuff.
Yeah, they're going over, they're jumping, they're going, bottoming out the bike. I mean, it's not, there's nothing like it anywhere else, else in the world.
Okay, we got a little video I think we're going to show here. It's 1 minute 14 seconds, Blake. That's the one that you recommended. And we're going to go show that real fast. Go ahead and play it.
All right, here we go.
The grit in the teeth, we can see everything and all the input to just keep it straight. Because the thing basically wants to buck you off.
It starts to come to you every lap.
Peter Hickman, the fastest man to ever lap the course.
Without this, I'm not living.
Biggest, most dangerous track in the world, and if you're not nervous, you're not human.
This is absolutely nuts.
Crazy.
Well, I get chills. I got chills from that commercial.
I mean, that's crazy. Do you think somebody like PJ would do something like that?
No. It takes a special kind of person to want to do that.
I think it's somebody that doesn't even want to live. Good God.
Oh my God.
Well, to them that is living. Like that, doing that is, and to them, just like us on the track, they don't think they're going to crash, right?
Well,
if they thought they were going to crash, they wouldn't do it.
You heard that guy. He said, "Without this, I am nothing." Or
Yep.
So I understand. And I understand because if I don't get to ride, I feel like crap.
Yeah, but life begins with these people at 150.
Yeah.
Those are the speed adrenaline guys. They just have to have that speed going and going and going.
How do they put gas?
So they do pit stops. So a lot of the times, like the main race, the senior TT, which is like the big one, that's 6 laps. Average lap time is around 16, 17 minutes, which Peter Hickman, that's the guy who said that he wouldn't live without it. He set the record last year on a super stock bike. So he went faster on the super stock than he did on the super bike. And that was 136.358 miles per hour was the average over the whole course.
Wow.
He's got them huge. I mean, big and long.
Sit on the seat with them that big. I mean, I don't know how.
Good Lord.
And so they do 6 laps of this. And so 3 laps, they come in, and then another 3 laps. And mind you, so they go off in like 25-second increments. So you'll see the dude tapping him on the shoulder. That's kind of like a sacred roll because you might be touching him for the last time. So there's videos of the guy who does this every year, and he takes that role very, very seriously. Like has that pat and to go. And then most of these guys, the top guys, are doing all classes, all 4. Like the sidecar guys are different, but they're doing each one. So in a day, they're doing 10, 15 laps. I want to say 15, about 10 laps of the course, and they'll do their race, and then they'll get on the other bike, and then they'll do that same race in a day because normally they have 2 different races in a day.
You're kidding.
10 laps, 36 miles. That's 360 miles they do. They hop off the bike and do another category.
Yeah, no, they'll do like 3 laps or 5 laps on one bike, and then they'll hop on another bike, and then they'll hop on another bike.
Doing all the classes.
And so, yeah.
Everything but the sidecar.
That's crazy. Now that is totally crazy.
It's like what I used to do when I showed horses. I
Mhm.
did all the classes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's crazy. It's nothing like Isle of Man.
I mean, I'm good on multiple bikes, everything from a Harley Ultra to my Ducati.
But you're not.
But my God, I mean, just going from one class to another and going to.
I just can't understand how. After I could do something, that's like, okay, I want to jump out of an airplane.
Mhm.
I'm dying to jump.
Yeah, she wants to do that.
I'm dying to jump.
I don't.
And I'm sure that after I do it once, it's just like a tattoo. I'll probably want to do it more.
Same thing with racing.
I
Same
can
thing with racing.
I can understand. It's
an
like
addiction.
a bug.
It's
Once
an
you get
addiction.
it,
It's an addiction because when you're good at it, it's so much fun because you could just go around that track like it's nothing.
yeah. But these guys, I mean, wow. I don't even know how to.
I think it's funnier when you see the spectator videos of the guys laying on the side of the road trying to get that right angle and they're whipping past them at 200, and they're like, the sand's getting in there. Oh my God, it's nuts. So what does TT stand for?
Tourist trophy.
Because
it's everybody who comes over to the Isle of Man would start out, they're all tourists, and it's the most, and tourists travel there from all over the world to watch the event. And so that's what TT stands for, tourist trophy.
And tourists, we're tourists. Everybody comes from all over the world to compete in it.
I got it.
Yep.
Are there preliminaries to be able to compete in it?
Qualifying.
Now they do. But 10, 15 years ago, people would show up and go, yeah, I raced this, and this, and never do it. And then they would get on the track.
I get creamed.
They show up on a moped.
Yeah, so, and how it works as well is your number is what spot you are in line. So you'll see Peter Hickman was number 10, he'll start 10th. Okay. And then so he'll keep going. And so every 25 seconds somebody goes. And the track's so long that you never really are going to catch back markers from the slowest guys in the back. But yeah, people say it takes 3 or 4 years to actually learn the track because there's so many turns and things like that. And a lot of these guys will crash and get seriously injured where they're riding a bike differently, but they will come back. For example, one of the guys shifts with his right foot because he can't shift with his left foot anymore. So the linkage is on the right side. Wow. And then he uses, a thumb brake, or some use a scooter brake. But a lot of them have very serious injuries that they work through to do that. And John McGuinness, I think he's almost high 50s, I think, and he still races it. He's been racing for 26 years, and he's still top 6. He's still top. He podiumed the Northwest 200, which is a warm up race for the Isle of Man TT race.
Wow. Well, maybe there's some hope for me yet.
The Isle of John.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't have these. I mean, I'm good, but that's good. And I'm not even know that good yet. I mean, shit. I mean, I had a good look at me. I mean, I overshot a turn 1 up in the grass. I cut the grass on turn 1. Came out of the straightaway.
Yeah, he did. You were there.
Yeah.
That was some lawn care, but he kept it upright.
Yep.
But I was watching my videos, and I wasn't the only one in the grass.
No,
I noticed that too. I was
not. Like I said, if that's going to be the worst that's going to happen on that day, or hopefully forever, I'll take it.
Oh yeah! As soon as I knew I couldn't make that turn, I just let off the throttle and just went into the grass. I just used the back brake and I just used the
it looked like you were going to cut the grass. You just coasted right into it.
And I was still there with the pit. I was still there at pit in. So I was like, screw it. I'll re-enter the track because I'm right there where it still had the line.
Mm-hmm. While we were editing today, we watched it and was watching the GoPro of it.
I got a question for you. Now, I noticed that a lot of the guys that did go in the grass, they weren't really bringing the trucks out to get them. So if you go in the grass, can you safely enter the track back on there again? Or are you supposed to sit there and wait?
No. You're supposed to, if you're still on the bike and the bike doesn't fall down, you're supposed to stay on the grass, kind of on the outside, and the flagger that's on turn 2 will kind of wave you in. Turn 1 is kind of at the end of turn 1's kind of weird because you can kind of see everything that's happening. but like I've gone off in 13.
Okay.
The right-hander going the other way.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because I came in through 12 and
Uh-huh.
then my body locked up and I stayed on the left-hand side, so I went off about 100 miles an hour. And then
Oh my God.
I just came around, sat there until they told me to go, and then I went through. Yeah. So, got
Yeah,
back
so
on the track.
it happens to the best of us. I'll tell you right now, I'm just lucky that just all that dirt bike riding came back to me right there. No, it was easy to straighten out. As long as you straighten out the bike and lay off the throttle and just go easy on that back brake, you'll stop.
Well, we want to design a T-shirt for Fabrizio.
With a turtle with
side pipes.
Turtle with drag pipes.
Yeah.
That's something else for the viewers out there that don't know. Our good friend Fabrizio is a fabulous rider. Was coming around turn 1 where I went in the woods with, and on the second part of the turn 1 part B, he hit a turtle.
Hey, we missed it. We were going faster and we missed it. So maybe he's not good enough to miss the turtle.
That's true. That's true. But I'll tell you right now, that's something. I'm just happy nobody got hurt. I mean,
yeah.
The turtle, unfortunately, rest in pieces. But that was about it, because I saw that flag come out, a debris flag. I'm like, wow, a debris flag.
Yeah.
I didn't see the red flag anywhere. I'm like, what the hell? And I asked Fabrizio, I had a turtle.
We have a friend of mine. She rode through a deer.
Oh yeah, on a street glide. Our friend Deborah hit a baby deer on a street glide. The deer actually ran underneath the bike, got its head stuck in the crash bars and broke its neck and died. It was still stuck to the bike. And she was able to slow down and didn't drop it.
Wow.
She's a good rider.
Impressive.
Yeah.
This is the same woman that put 88,000 miles on a street glide in 2 years.
You go, Debbie. We love you, baby.
Debbie. We love you. Well, Blake, it's been wonderful having you on for all of this.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Our new MotoGP correspondent.
Exactly. Our MotoGP correspondent. Anything new in the MotoGP world, this is the person that's going to happen
Blake
to talk to us.
Bernie.
Did I say it right?
No,
O'Byrne.
O'Byrne. Okay.
Yeah, like B-U-R-N.
That's right. We will get it straight. And I'll be coming down a couple days from now to go trade in my Monster and my Harley, and I'm going to go either get a Street Fighter or a Panigale.
Nice.
I was going to do it tomorrow, but the battery on my truck is acting wonky, and I didn't want to get stuck there. So we're taking the truck in the Ford first, and then we'll go ahead and we'll be down there probably on Monday.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, sir.
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Actually, we'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see you Saturday.
Sounds good. We'll be there.
All right. Have a good day.
Have a good day, Blake.
Night.
Thank you for
so
being
much.
such a good friend. Thank you for being on the track with me, man.
All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Bye-bye, man.
Bye, Blake.
All right,
All right, guys. There you go. There you have it. We've had a great time with Blake. Let me tell you, this guy knows so much about everything and anything that has to do in the sports bike world.
Yeah, for sport bike, I mean, Blake is the person you want to talk to. Not only does he do that, he works at Ducati.
Tampa Bay Ducati. So if
He's a
you're
racer
looking to
himself.
buy a nice sports bike, you need to go hit up Tampa Bay Ducati.
Yep.
They've got some beautiful Ducatis.
You
That's
want a
where
Ducati.
John buys his
You want a
Ducatis.
Ducati because the build quality is so much better than a Japanese bike. I mean, there's somebody out there, a bike for everybody, but really, I just like the build quality and everything else, the performance, the build quality, and whatnot.
And
the maintenance is
not to
cheaper
mention
than
their
all
service department is like
Fabulous.
no other. It is
Fabulous.
amazing. It is
really
amazing.
Now, I think we have one more.
We have
from
another
Bikers
commercial.
USA.
We do. Let me go ahead and play that. We've got bikers.
Bikers Info USA, the first bikers app by bikers, for bikers, and it's free. National and state events, Sturgis and Daytona, Bikers Info USA. Every motorcycle manufacturer dealer listed. Biker products for you and your bike. Bikers Info USA. Find the places to go, places to party, places to stay at every event. Bikers Info USA. Download it now. It's free. Bikers Info USA.
All righty, there you go. That's Bikers Info. You can get some information about whatever you need in the biker world, also from Bikers Info and or Bikers Hangout, World Wide Web, and you need them because they are amazing. Anyways, guys, like we were talking to you about the wonderful pinups that we have, the beautiful, lovely Miss Pepper Sharpe and Miss Melina
is on right now.
Miss Melina Michelle.
Which, yeah, I think hopefully we didn't butcher your name too bad. But
I tried.
We tried. Well, they're in the green room right now. Hey, girls, are you ready? Give us a thumbs up. Okay.
All
let's bring
right,
them
they're
on.
ready. Let's bring on these two beautiful bombshells. How you doing, ladies?
Hi, good to
Oh,
see you
there
again.
there we
There,
go.
that's better.
All right, there we go. We can see both of you gorgeous ladies. How you doing this evening?
We're doing good.
Up, you got your. I see you got your drinks already handy.
Yes, you
Enjoying your evening.
Never without my flamingo.
Oh, I got you. So tell us what's going on, and also tell us
We
how did
haven't-
you start this, and what exactly?
Hold on. Don't dive right in.
Wow. Okay.
My God. We haven't seen you guys since Scooter Haven.
That's right.
Yeah, since spring fling.
So what's been happening for you guys since Scooter Haven?
Oh.
Why don't you
Well,
why don't you start?
Well, let me get our volume up a little bit more there. Sorry, we're known as the PinUp Shining Twins.
It's true.
Because if you talk to us long enough, we start talking in unison.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have known each other a
Couple years now.
a long time. Actually, before we were both in the pinup scene together, we were theater nerds.
Yeah, we were. We met actually doing the Orlando Fringe Festival. We did a show a couple years ago called Enthrallment the Musical, which she wrote and I was in,
And I was in.
and you were in too. And I remember I kind of been introduced to the pinup world at that point, and I was standing in the kitchen of someone we were having the rehearsal at the house for, and I say to her, I think I want to get into pinup, and she said, you
Do it.
should.
I just said do it.
I
and
did.
Now look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us now, Melina.
Amazing.
Pepper, how did you get into modeling and doing all of this? And I see that you're also in the theater
Oh.
and everything else.
I have always had a thing for vintage and pinup. My grandmother was a wild, wild vintage woman. I mean,
Wow.
she had a torrid affair with a stock car driver who was with Team Alfa Romeo back in the 24 Hours of Daytona years and years ago. And then settled down with a World War II veteran who helped liberate Auschwitz. And this woman got up like 6 o'clock in the morning, every morning, to do her victory rolls and to put on her Revlon lilac champagne. So she modeled to be painted on the side of a B-29 bomber during World War II. So vintage was everywhere. And my mother was stuck firmly in like the 70s and 80s. She was an old school punk. Like she taught me how to survive in a slam pit.
Really? She probably taught you how to fight.
Oh, yeah. No, you haven't lived until you've seen your mother almost knock someone out at a Reverend Horton Heat concert because someone dared push her baby girl in the slam pit. That woman could throw a punch.
I love
but
it.
Then, as I got older, I was still very much into the vintage aesthetic. And then I met a woman named Laura Burns, who owns a clothing company called Pinup Girl Clothing. And she and I became friends, and she tapped me to model for 3 of her collections. So from there, it just kind of evolved, and I started posing for magazines. I got my first publication in Pinup Culture magazine with photographer Mike Basso. And from there,
wow,
I was out in LA at the time. I'm from Los Angeles, and I ran screaming from Los Angeles. And guess I'm here by my cat. Don't give me that look. You love attention. I entered my first pinup contest back in LA. Oh, God, 2021. And then 2 contests later, I took my first title out in LA. And then we moved here, and this one got cast in my play. And again, the rest is history. We're the Pinup Shining Twins.
Pinup Shining Twins.
Let me tell you, when we saw you guys at the pinup contest at the Sturgis, at Scooter Haven, I just thought to myself, good Lord, look at these 2 beautiful women. You were gorgeous. And it was.
You like the red hair, too.
Yeah, I love the red hair. I love the red hair. But they were so beautiful, and your dresses were gorgeous. And then, don't one of you make the hair pieces?
She makes the hair pieces, and
I knew it. And you make the dresses, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually wearing a top she made.
And I'm wearing a flower she made.
Oh, cool.
Unbelievable. Your craftsmanship was just
Yeah, because the polka dot dress that you were wearing was just spot on. Everything about it was just really, really good.
And the hair pieces were magnificent. I mean, you ladies are just so creative and beautiful and dainty and feminine and just everything I'm not.
Yeah. What's your
stop? You are
I'm
beautiful.
just so beautiful. Such beautiful women,
She's
you know.
a pure tomboy, that's why.
Yeah, I really am.
I was a tomboy at one point in my life.
Oh, I still am. I have my, I always refer to pinup as my drag because the minute the pinup comes off, I'm just your average, you know, basement gremlin sitting there watching Adult Swim and putting too much, you know, avoiding having too much blood in my nicotine stream. So
a lot of work must go into what you do, into your whole outfit, the persona.
It's really
the
a
whole thing.
whole transformation. It's for me. It's weird because I like to say I've spent so much of my life because I'm a theater major. I've been a performer for many, many years, and I've spent so much of my life being other people that when I do pinup, that's why I use my first and my middle name, Melina Michelle, because for a change, I want to be me. And I've always loved the vintage aesthetic. I grew up watching Abbott and Costello and listening to the Andrews Sisters, and I was born in 1990, full disclosure. So definitely born in the wrong decade, but I love it. And I just, you know, being myself, I kind of want to live like I was in that aesthetic. So I get to transform into what I would want to be or how I want to live my life and just go out and be my best self when I'm up on that stage or in my everyday life. So
yeah, because definitely having an acting background as thespians, it's a whole lot easier for you to be able to get up there, you know, and being able to, you know, to do that because you have the acting background. Like I said, you know, just being
and that's why they got the actor's bug.
Yeah, because that's for plays. The thespians for plays. It's the actors that do all that, and that's almost improv sometimes at points.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Sure.
So because of it being improv, you're being able to act and improv to be able to get into the right scene and the right character, and I just think that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's to get on stage and do what you do. And, you know, learn your lines. And
yeah, see, the other thing, I forget lines all the time. You have to be one of those guys with a card up with big letters on it. So
I'd have it pasted to my forehead.
Yeah, we basically run lines. We run lines beforehand. We usually sneak off before we're on stage. And we're like, okay, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So what if I do this? And like, maybe you should do this. Or, well, why don't we do this? All right, let's get it.
Yeah. Because normally with these pageants, I mean, more times than not, we do get our questions in advance. Sometimes they're well in advance. Sometimes they're day of. We're actually doing one this coming Saturday, and we are not getting it in advance, which is going to be something kind of unfamiliar for us, but
a little bit. But then again, we were attacked by ghosts. So.
We were attacked.
What?
You were attacked by what?
You were attacked by goats. I heard that.
So,
oh boy,
this is a story. If you believe in hauntings, we kind of do. We're spiritual in that regard. We were actually driving up to South Carolina Murals Inlet for the Rats at the Beaver contest in South Carolina back in March, and we decided it was a good idea to leave after our jobs at 5 o'clock in Orlando rush hour to go to South Carolina, which didn't put us there until about 1 a.m.
But we did get a Buc-ee's stop.
We did go to Buc-ee's. That's
I
our
love
tradition.
Buc-ee's.
God,
every time we do a pageant and there's a Buc-ee's on the way, we go to Buc-ee's. Especially if one of us wins, we go into Buc-ee's with our crown and sash, and people are stopping us for pictures. It's pretty ridiculous.
Do they treat you nicely?
They do, yeah.
I bet you people come up to you.
Well, there was
when I had my That Damn Florida Ma'am, because I'm That Damn Florida Ma'am 2024, and I walked in with a sash that said That Damn Florida Ma'am. There were a couple of eyebrows raised.
And then the
I'm curious, like when you walk around and like let's say an older person sees you, like let's say like an elderly gentleman like in their 80s or something that was actually present during this. I mean, do they say anything? They say you look so cool and bring
I
back.
haven't gotten it too much.
We've gotten a couple of guys when we've walked by. I don't think you've noticed who've been like, "Looking good, girls," and I'm like, "Oh, that's sweet."
I'm always oblivious. I'm just like, okay, what am I doing next? Where am I going? Where's Pepper?
And I'm the one who's like, okay, who's going to accidentally step on us? We've got a clear path over to here. We're wearing heels. You know, they're stiletto heels. So we need to make sure that we don't bump into anyone or our life
fall over.
Or find mud.
Or find mud and get stuck in it.
But going back to the South Carolina story, I'm driving. We're getting off on Highway 17 in South Carolina, which connects I-95 over to Charleston. Mm-hmm. And it's really creepy at night. There's hardly any street lights. It's all, once you go through it in the daytime, you realize it's all swamp. And of course, this is historical sites from like the Civil War, the American Revolution. So we're getting the heebie-jeebies. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, I've got a bad feeling like something really horrible happened here. Like this was the site. I'm hypersensitive to Civil War stuff for some reason. Probably because I have fourth great grandfathers who fought in the Civil War. They were Union soldiers. So I'm like really into Civil War history and know where they've been and such. So whenever I'm near like a Civil War historical site, I kind of get this feeling like, oh crap, something happened here. And I'm
sitting there going, I feel like we are being watched. Like as we're driving, people watching us.
And I start having a panic attack and I start crying and my glasses are fogging up and I cannot see.
And so I'm like, pull over.
I pull over to the side of the highway. And she rolls down the window to vape. And all of a sudden I'm freaking out because I'm like, roll it back up because I felt like something was going to come into the car and get us.
So I start doing research because I'm just like, all right, I'm this, I believe in ghosts, but I also think it's cool if it turns out there's some merit to the theory because I'm a paralegal. I work in law. So it's like, all right, there has to be evidence. There has to be something if we're having this feeling or else it's just a story. And I'm like, okay, so we have a Civil War battlefield here. We have a serial killer had been along this stretch of road.
This is true. It turned out there had been a serial killer in 2017 along that stretch of road. That women that pulled off to the side of the highway, would yoink them out of their car and murder them. So,
my God.
And we had no idea. And when she rolls down the window, I'm panicking because I literally felt like this was going to happen. Someone was going to get in the car and hurt us.
Spirits were flying around.
Oh, you're channeling.
I'm pretty sure because I was like, I feel like there are people like sneaking around and like people are afraid around us.
And I'm religious. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. So I said in Our Father to ward the spirits away. And I felt that negative energy, that heaviness start to dissipate. And I turned to her and I'm like, I don't think it liked that I prayed. And all of a sudden in my backseat, I hear
we heard something.
There was something hiss. There was something that hissed in the backseat of my car.
And I'm like, we need to go. We need to go now.
And I took
I'd be crying right along with you.
Little Dixon, stop yelling.
I would have been crying right along with you. You have a key comment from our life.
Good evening, my friends.
So what happened after you heard the hissing?
We drove.
I bet you stepped on it.
Yeah, I would have drove fast too.
Once we got to Charleston and we checked into the hotel room, we looked at each other and we just went, we were attacked by freaking ghosts.
I actually did have a few light scratches on my back. I felt like this itching in the middle of my back at some point in the car. Now, they had faded a bit, so because it had been about an hour and a half since the incident. But they were on my back.
For sure.
Wow, call the Ghostbusters.
Pretty much. Pinup Ghostbusters.
I mean,
wow, Ghostbusters, there you go. Gotta give you a proton pack and send you to the swamp.
Back to pinups. All right, let me ask you something. I got the heebies.
I mean, it was a pinup story. It was on the way to a contest. So.
And I mean,
I got the heebies from it.
Yeah.
I got the heebies.
If you're a little barking, that's Dixon.
Don't pay attention to my dog. Don't pay attention to her.
No, that's okay. I got
I bet the two of you must love it when you're out dressed up when little girls come up to you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The little girls at Scooter Haven.
Oh my God. Yeah. And remember the little Olivia from Rumble Road?
Yes.
So at our last pageant in Jacksonville, I think it was Rumble at the Ranch. A part of the contest, there was this little girl. Her name was Olivia, and she had this cute little polka dot dress on. And they brought her up on stage to hand off the awards, and it was just the sweetest thing. We love seeing young pinups. Like the little girls are getting dressed into the 40s and 50s era. Like, this is the next generation.
That's such a big deal to us because this is a long-standing problem I've had. I think pinup is what you make it. If there is something about pinup that calls to you, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's a sisterhood. You lift each other up. If somebody turns to you in a kitchen and says, I'm thinking about getting into pinup, you go, well, do it. There's no right or wrong way to pinup. I mean, unless you're doing it in the middle of, stop and start traffic on, the I-4. You're probably going to get hurt doing it that way.
Yeah.
But, there's room for everybody in pinup. And that's why it's such a great scene, because women can be themselves. Men can be themselves too. I mean, Rockabilly Boys, let's hear it for them. I mean, it takes forever to get your hair into that quiff.
Oh yeah, like Jeff Pitello.
There's room for everybody. Pinup really is for everybody, and I think that there needs to come a time where the idea of there's a right and wrong way to do pinup needs to go. Just do pinup. Go talk to women. Put on your high heels. Find a dress. I mean, you don't even have to spend a lot of money on it. I've won titles in $20 Belle Pock dresses, and I've won titles in $200 Mina Shell Designs originals. So, but it's what you make of it, and it's the people you meet along the way that makes it special.
What is your calling? I'm sure that you both have a drive, both of you, and I'm sure it's probably different for each of you. What is your calling? What is your drive? What makes you want to do this?
To do pinup. Oh, wow. For me, I've always prided myself on being an independent woman and going my own way in life. But I think for me, I just wanted to belong to a community for once in my life and just have a core group of friends that I could rely on and lean on for support and support them in return. And I really found that in the pinup community. Being in entertainment, sometimes it can be a really hard and a really lonely career, especially for women, because it's very cutthroat. Women doesn't in the entertainment industry, and someone is always out to get you, and you don't always get the praise or the appreciation that you deserve. And I've really just kind of found that here, like using my other talents and my other skills in the community, just like even sewing, like making your outfit for that damn Florida man, and just the what's the word I'm looking for? Words are hard. Just the accolades it received, for lack of a better word, the accolades, the appreciation. There we go. It's late. Just the appreciation.
They tell you get it.
Just like, wow, you made that? We didn't know you could do it. That's so incredible. And I'm just like, really? You really like it? You want me to do more? No one ever really asked me to do that in the entertainment industry. And it was just so nice and refreshing to be loved, supported, and appreciated for a change.
Something you love to do. Appreciated for something you love to do.
Yeah.
And
that's something.
Yeah. That's really sweet. I like that. And what about you, Pepper?
Well, for me, I always have loved the idea of, the Bruce Wayne and Batman dichotomy, because during the day, I'm very much, very ordinary looking, because I'm family law paralegal, and, I'm there to be of service to other people. I'm there to be of service to my attorney, to the families who come through. And with pinup, I really connected with the fact that there are so many groups like PinUps Pumps, which is the group that we're with. I'm the chapter secretary for Florida PinUps Pumps, and this is the treasurer.
Currently treasurer.
And the thing that I've seen everywhere with the pinup scene is giving back.
Yeah.
Is being able to give back to the community. I've always had a very big sense of justice and wanting to see everybody get a chance and wanting to be able to use what I know to actually help people. And it's been a big thing for me this month. You've probably seen my feed. My feed is bleeding with a fundraiser that I've been working with right now. A woman who is very dear to me, incredibly dear to me, and I'm not gonna cry. A month ago, she finally lost her battle after 3 bouts with cancer. Her name was Flamingo Florence, and that woman made being of service in the pinup world her life. She started a group at Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly Weekend called Rockabilities for disabled pinups to be able to come together and talk. And I myself am a disabled pinup. My disability isn't always visible, but there have been long stretches where I've been on a cane. I suffer from 2 rare genetic disorders, and she helped me through so much of last year when I was hospitalized.
Hell and back last
And
year.
Flamingo Florence and I, we went back a long way. We were goth kids together back when I used to go to goth clubs. And we reconnected because of the pinup scene. And we started doing pageants at the same time and became pageant sisters. And we used to joke that we were Bat for Sashes because there's a band called Bat for Lashes. And it's like, oh, we're the goth kids who went into rockabilly. And when I met Melina, we became Bat for Sashes East Coast. And Florence passed away and left a, massive medical bills. Her husband and her cat, were faced with a lot of financial struggles. So a bunch of our mutual friends had got together to put on a pageant called Royal of Rockabilities, where everyone who enters, you vote for the person that you'd like to see go to the finals. And by voting, you donate $5. Every vote is $5, $25. You get entered into a raffle. And I have been raising money for the most wonderful human being who spent every day giving back, every day every day loving everyone, being a sister to everyone, always having a place at her table for everyone. That's what pinup sisterhood needs to be. Pinup sisterhood needs to be, oh, you want to sit here? Here, I'll make room. Table's never full. And Florence's table was never full. So the least I can do for a woman who was so supportive and who gave, helped me through my medical bills last year, the least I can do is literally throw myself headfirst off a cliff to make sure her family is taken care of because I promised her I would.
And I'm proud to say that PinUps Pumps Florida has raised over $500 for the Rockabilities charity to go back to Flamingo Florence and her family.
And for this month, my flower business, Sharpe Florals, where I make these gorgeous handmade flowers.
This is the Florence flower that Pepper made.
I started making that when she went into the hospital for her last few days, and when she passed, I just started cranking them like there was no tomorrow.
Are they silk flowers?
Huh?
Were those silk flowers?
Yes, they are silk flowers.
Oh, cool. They last forever then. That's cool because you can wear it.
And for this month, 100% of my flower sales are going to her fundraiser. For I am taking no profit. I am pocketing no money. It is going to her family because, again, it's the least I could do for someone like her. And let me give back. Because what's the point of being part of a community if you just take and you don't give?
Exactly.
That's what makes a community is you lift each other up, you raise each other up. And God, we're so lucky to have PinUps and Pumps because those women are amazing.
We really have a great group of girls. I mean, there's multiple chapters. There's North and South Carolina, there's Tennessee, there may be a Virginia and Georgia chapter starting up soon, but there's so many wonderful women in this organization and they all have wonderful, kind, giving hearts. And as this whole organization is just about giving back. What they raised, over $13,000 at Rats at the Beaver for that little girl.
Wow.
Yep, and at Still Runs, they're still raising money.
Yeah.
They're approaching having raised $10,000 for the Butterfly House. So we're very much about giving back. Like that is the thing. If you are in PinUps and Pumps, you give back. Yeah. That's how it works.
All our dues go to a charity organization.
I see Miss
there's one.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, Amanda Croft.
Yeah, she's watching on YouTube.
She's in our group. Hey.
And you have another person saying,
let's see, we have
Sound the
Ashley.
y'all up.
Ashley Pena.
That's our president.
Yeah, she's the president of Florida PinUps and Pumps.
I was gonna say, sound the y'all alarm.
Sound the
we got
alarm.
and you have our friend saying hello to you.
Al Lights are here. Hey, Al, you're all watching on YouTube tonight.
Hi, Al. And you have my friend,
And
Lisa Marie. Hi, Lisa Marie.
Hi, Lisa.
Say hello to you.
Yeah, because it's so nice when you pay it forward. That's what we call it in the biker community, is paying it forward.
And we
when
believe
you
in
have
that.
a charity. It's out of everybody. I always say this: out of everybody, the bikers are some of the most charitable people that you could possibly imagine.
We are.
Because
we give for everything.
I mean, we give. We'll do a run for veterans, run for charity, a run for disabled children. Anything like that. We've done a bunch of them. We've done runs for veterans, traveling the following the wall, 911 stuff. I mean, and it's just wonderful that when we see other people and other associations trying to give back also.
It's nice. It gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling.
Oh, it always does. Anytime anything like this, it always makes me feel good when people want to donate their time and resources for the charity of somebody else, especially with disabilities, because we have a child with a disability too that, we take care of, and everything else.
Exceptionally, yeah.
Yes.
So anyways, we're coming to the end of the show, but I wanted you guys to go ahead and plug and promo whatever else you needed to.
Yeah, where we
get
can
the word out.
Where
can we get a hold of you? Talk about pinups and pumps.
Yeah, sure. So if you want to give us a follow, PinUps and Pumps Florida on Instagram. Also Sharpe Florals if you want to donate to the fundraiser for Flamingo Florence.
You can do it either through my Sharpe Florals, and you'll see my last name spelling there. It's Sharpe Florals is one word, or at Pepper Sharpe, one word, on Instagram. If you would like to help donate to support the family of Flamingo Florence, her husband Joseph, and their adorable as heck cat applesauce, follow me, come ask me. Go on to Sharpe Florals, buy a flower, 100%, even $5 is $5 less that they have to worry about right now.
Exactly.
And they focus on healing and remembering her. And then Michelle Designs.
Of course, if you want to get into pinup and you want a custom made outfit, you can always hit me up. You can message me at my Instagram, Melina M Smart, and I'll hook you up with my pinup clothing business, Michelle Designs. It's just complicated to spell, so just go directly through me, Melina M Smart, and I'll hook you up that way.
And I've seen these two ladies' beautiful productions. I've seen them decked out, and I've seen their productions. I've seen what they make. I've seen the beautiful dress. I've seen the beautiful hair pieces, and now we get to see the beautiful flowers. They make some incredible stuff. So please, please, please give them a ring. Check out their Instagram pages. They have some really neat stuff on their Instagram pages. I really like your pages.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome, and thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having
Thank you so much for having us. We hope to see you
you're
at the
welcome,
park,
lady.
though.
Oh, heck yeah.
Definitely. Take care of yourself, and I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you raise tons and tons of money.
And help out Flamingo's family.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Thank you so much. You ladies have a nice evening.
All right. Take
too.
care.
Bye.
Keep it shiny side up and rubber side down. Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Well, that was wonderful having them on board.
Yes, it was. It's always nice to talk to some lovely ladies, and they were so sweet. So how could you not enjoy speaking with
I
them?
did some wonderful shots of them too.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I got some wonderful
Well,
shots.
they're beautiful. How could you not take
I
those
know
photos?
it's easy to take a picture of. When a woman's beautiful, it's always easy to take a
Exactly.
picture
Oh,
of.
look, we have Al Light saying he's been giving since people out in the 60s. Yep, Al, we know all about it. You were exactly right.
That's true.
The bikers, and that's what we do. We give.
We give and give and give.
Yep. So, guys, on that note, thank you so much for joining us. We've had a wonderful night with you. It's going to be wonderful again all week long. We hope you have a wonderful week. Don't forget to check out moto-toto.com, our new website.
And also take a look at my new track videos that we're putting out. We just cut another one today.
We have John's track day.
We have my last track day, and I got some super good GoPro footage. I mounted the GoPro on the handlebars, and you can just see the lean angles I'm doing. It's fun. I had a good time, and it's really good footage for you to enjoy.
That's right. And there was some long hair. So check it out.
Yeah, I know.
On that note, we keep it shiny side up.
Rubber side down.
Deuces.
Deuces.